So we got back from church about an hour ago, so it's 2:45 now. Um, and so we visited Michelle and Jonathan's church, and a number of the other missionaries come with us. So I assume that they normally all go to the same church, but I'm not entirely sure. So we went in the Star X, which is the van that we normally travel in. Just they don't normally call vehicles like a van or a car or a truck. They call it by the actual name of the vehicle. So this is a Star X van, and like if it was um, like a Hyundai Tucson, then they would call it the Tucson rather than getting the SUV or like oh I don't really know names of cars, but basically that's what they do, which um, isn't something that we normally do. In my experience, like the example that I gave is one that's normal because that's what my family does, but only with that one car. Anywho, so we went in the Starbucks, and on the way back, it was really cute because one of the kids came. She's one of the older girls, and she decided to sit in the back with me and Alicia, and we sang Baby Shark both in English and in Korean. Me and Alicia doing our best because we don't know the extra verses or like lines that are added when you sing it in Korean, and then sang some of the songs that we normally sing with the MK class, which was fun because we couldn't do all of the actions because we were sitting in the car. But it was fun to like just fool around and to have fun and to pass the time in an interesting way and something and in a way that helped her not to be bored. But yeah, that was the highlight of my Sunday. The church itself was really good. So I also have discovered what denomination OMS Korea is associated with. I don't remember what the name is in Korean. I'll add in the subtitles because then you'll know what it is. But basically in English, it's a holiness church, which is the same type of church as like Wesleyan and Nazarene and those type of churches. Um, so because Michelle and Jonathan are OMS missionaries, they go to a holiness church. So we went to a small Korean church that's with the holiness denomination. There's probably, I guess, 50 people there. Might be a little bit more or a little bit less, but give or take. Um, so another thing that's interesting with Korea, I've noticed this both at this church we went to today and the church that I normally go to with Alicia, is that because the Korean church was founded by Western missionaries, um, and like specifically North American missionaries, they have a lot of the same issues that we have in North America. So there's not a lot of youth. So there was a number of people who are like 40s and such, who are the parents' age, and then probably 10 or so kids who are elementary age, but there was only one teenager that I saw there, and there was no one in their 20s. Like me and Alicia were the only ones from that age group. There wasn't even, there might have been one girl who was that age group, but like I'm pretty sure she was just an older teen. So that would make two teenagers. But that's something that I've noticed in Canada and now in this Korean church, and then the church that I go to with Alicia, while it is the English mission, like the English mission type thing. So it's run specifically at a Korean church for the English speakers. Um, Most of the people who are there, if they're Korean, then they're older adults. And if they're English speakers, then they are women and probably in their 20s, but they're there because they're English teachers. And there are, I don't know how many kids there are because the kids go off to a different room. But the kids who are there are, again, elementary school age. I haven't seen any teenagers at our church, and I haven't seen Koreans who are my age or teenagers. and there is a distinct lack of men. So there's Korea tends to prefer female English teachers, and so there's not a lot of there's just not a lot of English teachers who are men, and therefore there's not a lot of guys to come to the church with their co-teachers. I think I've seen maybe 2, 3 at our church, but it's a very large church. So I think I've said before that I thought it was around 100. Last Sunday, our pastor said that there's actually about 400 at our church. So 2 or 3 out of 400 is not a lot.
Beautiful.
Yes. Open your eyes.
25,000원씩.
Are you recording that?
Yep.
That's funny.
I don't know.
Turn it back on him.
Yeah, I don't know if like it actually caught it or not, but that was funny. So basically, I decided to record more today because I got asked show me what shopping's like. What is show more everyday cars we have. So. Pardon? Yes. So I'm probably not going to record the whole way, but at least now they'll know a little bit more of what the walk to the store is like.
Even more exciting when you're waiting there.
Yep. And get random street vendors hollering at you.
You should have been like,
I don't know how they would have responded to that.
I feel like that guy, he looked like he would have probably been.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of my family doesn't know at all what anywhere outside of Canada looks like. So that's why I get so many requests for what are you doing? When you hear random English music walking on the road.
You're obligated to sing along.
Very much so. I seriously love all the gardens.
It's cool because the ajumas are the ones that take care of it.
Ah.
So I just see ajumas and ajushis, and they're always the ones doing the laundry.
Mm. I really wonder if they get paid.
Sometimes I wonder if it's like a volunteer thing.
Yeah. So, not everyone knows what bang is, but...
It's a sad thing.
Pardon?
It's a sad thing that not everybody knows.
Yeah. But that's what some of the signs look like. There's one right across the corner.
And they're in the basement floors because you don't need windows.
Yeah.
So they usually sketchy underneath.
Yep. Because from what I understand, they're not actually sketchy places most of the time. But
sometimes they're nore bars. Those are not very funny.
Yeah. Avoid the bars. Okay. Daiso, sorry. I get the O and the U sound mixed up. I shouldn't, but I do.
It's alright. I get it.
Okay.
You to the car, and I'll be over.
All right, see ya. And this is where we get our groceries. So make sure there's no cars coming. Because that's a delivery route there. I need a basket, so I have to turn this off. So there wasn't a whole lot that was like surprising today going shopping, just everyday things, except the fact that I wore this, which says Wegukin. I don't know how it will turn out when you actually see the video. While I'm looking at it right now, it's a mirror image. For those of you who can't read Korean, that probably doesn't mean much to you, but that's okay. Basically, Wegukin means foreigner, so it's like one of those obvious things because you can tell just from looking at me that I'm a foreigner. But so we were walking to the mart, and there was a street vendor on the side, and one of the guys who was manning it started hollering at me, going like "Wegukin, Wegukin," like basically, do you want to buy these? Because he was like, it was a bunch of socks, and I couldn't think fast enough on my feet to be able to respond, but I thought it was really funny. I got part of it in the video that I took on the way to the mart, and then on the way back we had to walk by the same people, and so he was hollering at us again. It was like, it's the same person, like Wegukin. And then we were waiting for the crosswalk light to change, and this lady starts talking to us and was like, "Are you Russian?" Like asking in Korean, and I didn't remember the word for Russia in Korean, so Alicia had to translate. But basically, it almost sounds exactly like Russia. It's like it's like Russia, something like that. So my brain didn't translate fast enough. But basically, she assumed we were Russian because apparently there's a lot of Russians in Korea. Not specifically in Imhak where we were shopping, but like if you're outside of a tourist area, then normally the white people are Russians apparently, or at least according to Alicia. So she assumed that we were Russian. Yeah, asked where we were from, so we just told her we're from Gayang. And she said something about that she needs to speak in English, but she didn't go any further, didn't say anything else in Korean or in English. So I just told her 괜찮아요, like telling her it's okay. And then we kept going, didn't see her again. Yeah, so getting talked to on the street apparently is a pretty normal thing. I've gotten talked to 1, 2, 3, for at least 4 times I can think of right off. Most of them have been people trying to talk to me in English, like asking for directions. There was one guy on the subway who just wanted to talk, and he was fluent in English, so we just talked about the churches we were from. He was visiting his son. Then but this lady today, there's 2 today, so that's 5. The stall guy and the girl. So 3 of them have been talking to me in Korean, and then there was just random guy when we were walking down Gangnam Road that was like, "How do you get to the Gangnam Mall?" But yeah, so that's all that we did today. It's about 4:30 now, so I need to make supper, and then at 7 we have the MK class, and then after that at around 8 we have the class with Yewon, and that goes until 9. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do after that. I really need to get updated on my journal, so I will probably work on that if I don't go to bed early.